So I made it home. It's 7:21 in the morning. Um, like I said, Sarah Keaton's not going out next weekend. I can't go out 2 nights in a row. I can't go out every weekend. I don't know who I think I am. Oh, let's get back to the story. So I ate this new crepe. It was actually pretty good. I probably won't get it again, but my goal is to try every crepe, and I'm making my way through the list. But I also read and whatever, and so then my friend messaged me and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to this new club tonight?" And I was like, I was really close to her house, and I was like, sure, why not? Mainly because I hadn't had any human interaction today. Well, I guess I talked to Jordan, so that's probably why I didn't feel like I didn't, but I was like, sure, I should probably hang out with the humans. So I went to her house, and I dropped my bag off because I had, my water bottle and my Kindle and, my big purse, and I didn't want to take that to the club. And, I was like, okay, we're ready. So we go to this club, and we get there, and we're already like, this is weird. The crowd was just really young, really young, and I was like, why are they so young? And that sounds weird coming from me because I realize I'm only 21, but I'm a senior in college, and there's just a difference between seniors and freshmen and seniors in high school. There's a big difference. And so I'm like, these look like young kids. And so then we're standing in line, and people hear us speak English, and they just they love it, and they're like, oh my gosh, where are you guys from? Blah blah blah. And sometimes it's really nice if they're just being friendly, but if it's a guy, you're like, okay, I don't really want to talk to you. And so we're standing in line, and we're behind this bar, and I'm claustrophobic, so there's literally maybe enough room for 2 people to stand side by side in between this big brick wall and this bar that's keeping people in. And this guy starts getting closer to us, and he was like, he started talking to us in English, and he was like, yeah, so now we speak English and we can understand everything you're saying. And I was like, okay, cool. And so, me being a friendly people person, I love answering questions about myself. And I was like, I'll tell you all about myself, mainly because it's just funny. And my other friend was not about it. She was like, no. But he keeps getting closer. Keep in mind I'm short and my friend is pretty small. And we're in this small little railing, and I'm already claustrophobic. And he's standing so close to me. And I'm like, I cannot breathe right now. I'm like, I'm claustrophobic, I can't deal with this. And I'm starting to freak out, and this guy's like, what? And I was like, there's no space. Do you understand me? There's no space. And he was like, yeah, I understand. And I'm like, are you getting closer? And literally, I'm watching him move closer. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you need to back up. He's like, okay. He does not move. He doesn't move. I was like, can you please back up? I cannot breathe. And he was like, yeah, okay. Does not move. And I was like, good talk. Good talk. So then we find out we're in the wrong line, and we walk to this other line, and then we find out this club is one of those stupid exclusive clubs that I hate, and you have to be on a list invited by someone. So even though these guys were jerks, they helped us get in the club. And so we're walking, but you have to have one and one. Oh, this machismo. So we're walking, and he's like, you're mine, she's with him. And I was like, excuse me, I'm not yours. He's like, I was like, I laughed, and I was like, no. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm a person, not an object. I'm not anyone's. And he was like, he's just looking at me, and his friend's like, that's cool. And I was like, the fuck? No, that's a human right. But they got us in the club, so whatever. So we get in this club, and it was just weird. It was so weird. Let me just tell you. there was like this couple that was trying to dance with us, and I was like, and by like dance with us, I mean like dance with us. And then, oh, they were all so young, and like somehow everyone found out that we were from the United States, and they like were wanting to take pictures with us. And this one guy was like trying to talk to me on the dance floor, which is nearly impossible, and there's a language barrier. So just imagine like a normal dance club plus there being a language barrier, and I'm like, I literally have no idea what you're saying, and I don't know why you're quizzing me about the United States right now when like we're in a dance club. And he was like asking me questions that I have no idea why he thought I would know. He was like, "What's a good football team? What's a good basketball team? What's..." And then he was just shouting out things from the US. He was like, "USA, USA." And he was like, "Obama." I was like, "What are you doing?" It was weird. And it was kind of funny because the friend I was with, like, she wasn't having a good time either, but we were both, like, staying for the other person. And I was like, "Are you ready to go?" It was 5 a.m. at this point. Keep in mind, like, I was really tired and not feeling well, and I just gave in to the pressure of going out. It's overrated. Oh, I missed part of the story. So, when we were at my friend's house dropping my stuff off, I realized I forgot my copy of my passport again. I don't have words for me. I don't know. But luckily I had a picture I found. But the guy at the door didn't want to take it, but luckily we were with these stupid guys, so they were like, okay. And they like looked at where I was from, and they're like, Nebraska. I was like, she's from Nebraska, and I was like, and then they let me in. I don't know. They decided Nebraska was cool enough. They probably didn't know where Nebraska was, to be honest. Oh, what else happened? Oh, okay. So then Paige and I went and got McDonald's because yesterday we had the best McDonald's when we were drunk. I don't know if I told that earlier in the story. And we're like, McDonald's sounds so good. So we went and got McDonald's again, and the McDonald's was right outside my bus stop. And the bus came, and I ring into it. I was like, this is my bus. Yes, I'm going home. At this point, it was like 6 in the morning. And then I'm on the bus for like 5 minutes, and I realize I left my keys in my purse, which is at Paige's house. Oh my gosh, I was so incredibly sad. And like, I really didn't know how to get to Paige's house, and I was just so tired, and I didn't feel good. And so I start walking, because like the bus didn't go very far. And then I'm like, oh, like what if she gets home before me? Like I don't want to wake her up, or like her whole family up, and yada yada yada. So I'm like, okay, I'll just bite the bullet and take a cab. So I take a cab, it ended up not being that much money, and I beat Paige home, and I got my keys, and now I'm here. But it was just a long 2 days. Moral of the story, Sarah's tired. Sarah does not need to go out. Sarah has just as much fun, if not more fun, spending Friday night in bed reading and getting lost in the life that is Damon and Katie. So this was just a series of Sarah making bad decisions and forgetting things and getting lost in Buenos Aires. So, woo, day to remember.